It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. One of these teams will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl in 2 weeks' time. Which will it be as we're underway in the NFC title game? And the they'll run. Here's the former Seminole. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. They'll go again with Benson. And he'll be stopped at about the 38 after a pickup of 4.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. In motion, the tight end. Snap comes to Murray at 1. A short one here, caught by McBride. Well, they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. They're going for it. Hits Murray. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. Now the first carry here for the running back. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And he can't hang on to it, and the screen never got started.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
That's caught left side by Neighbors. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 9 yards that time. A nice throw there. And this is a quarterback, you remember, looking to do what no other rookie has done, and that's lead his team into the Super Bowl.
And now you've made me go back down memory lane a little bit because we have had a few guys come close. Think about Patrick Mahomes in 2018. Second year in the league, but his first as a full-time starter. I go back to 2000 with the Vikings and Dante Culpepper. Also his first year as a starter. But this would be something I think would be very noteworthy.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. They'll go again with Tracy. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here's 3rd and 3. Now a handoff looking right. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line.
First down. First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he rifles one incomplete. Johnson was the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down.
Brings up second down and 15 yards to go.
Now a handoff as they run left side. Now the ball comes loose. Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up by his team, fumble recovered. They still have an opportunity deep in the red zone.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down. And now they'll shift things around. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he will take it all in for a giant touchdown. From 13 yards out. And the Giants have struck first in this NFC title game. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 2. Murray now to throw. Flushed out right. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it looks like one of the DBs has it. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
You can admire his willingness to sacrifice his body to try and pick up the first down, and I do. But let's face it, you know his coaches are going to warn him about diving or extending for a marker for this exact reason. So much easier to have the ball knocked free when you're extended like that. So if you're going to dive, you got to make sure you secure the football, which he didn't.
They go play action here on 1st down. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down.
As a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a 1st down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
Ready to roll for the second quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
2nd down at 6 now from the 42. Straight ahead, here's Tracy. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. There's a short one caught by Johnson. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a 1st down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Now a 2nd and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways.
And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Giants go up by 2 touchdowns. Tucker with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 5. They'll send the tight end in motion. Throwing now is Murray. This is taken in by McBride. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Here's Murray from midfield. He'll buy some time right. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
That's a tough spot for a running back coming out of the backfield because you know he's got to look for the football. Knowing full well, he's got a man coming his way, full steam, and he broke that one up.
Kyler going to give this to Benson. And once again, he'll get possibly back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Well, if you look where that play starts, O-line versus D-line, that was a battle won by the D-line.
Yeah, and oftentimes it's won by quickness off the ball. Who can handle the guy across from them best? On that play, the defensive line did exactly that.
From the gun on third down, Murray. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. It's Deontay Banks with it. And the Giants are going to take possession here at their own 33.
Well, when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute. But did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it. And afterwards, they'll say, there's never a doubt in our minds we're going to be successful in this one.
2 minutes remain in the first half of this NFC Championship. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Now they'll audible to something else.
On first down, he'll drop to throw.
That one taken in by Neighbors.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
Back to throw here. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
Tracy going to get it on first down.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Now back to throw.
Hyatt has got it.
Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time you wait for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
2nd down and a yard.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Johnson's got it complete. And they keep those sticks moving forward, that time with a gain of 3. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just 1 snap of the football. And he's going to lose yardage. Not that it matters as the final seconds tick away.
That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon.
The Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback. And the third quarter will start from the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And the slot man goes in motion left. He's going to handle it on the touch pass.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. And running with power here. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 68 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. The play action fake. They'll look to throw.
There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Now a handoff running through the middle. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Only gets a yard, but it's enough to set him up 1st and goal.
The focus after that run isn't how many yards they gained. It's that they gained a 1st down, and they've been running it well all game long.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. From 8 yards out.
And the Giants continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. The drive will begin with a run by Benson.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Murray now.
Open man here is Benson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be an Arizona first down on a gain of 17. To throw is Murray. He finds his man, complete. That's Benson. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. From the 46, here's second down and 5. Here's Murray. Flush to his right. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
To throw, it's Murray. That's complete to Michael Wilson. And he's taken down inside the 30. The Cardinal passing game dialed in now. First down. Here's Murray. They'll roll him out right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Giants are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. And right about now, you start to think, and maybe they're starting to think, gosh, maybe points aren't going to happen for us in this game.
Well, it's a thought that is worth having because so far in this game, this defense has not just had the upper.
And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
On second down, they'll run it here. 1 quarter remains for the right to go on to the Super Bowl. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 106 yards rushing for him now in the ball game as he goes over the century mark with the AFC title on the line.
And that's the kind of run you get when you know Super Bowl berth is in sight. They've got the lead. It's the second half. All those weeks of wear and tear in your body just go away. He's running with purpose now, and that's a heck of a run.
And he's got it down to the 28.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's run them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be second down. But he's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds.
That's good for a Giants first down. First and goal at the 9-yard line.
They'll set up to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Jalen Hyatt, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Giants are closing in on a Super Bowl berth now as they extend their fourth-quarter lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And their dream of a Super Bowl berth so close 3 quarters ago, but obviously starting to slip away if it hasn't already. They need points here and in a hurry. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Murray going to throw. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll only get this to about the 35. Well short of the line to gain. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down. Now Murray's got to have this one. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Throwing again, Murray. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Benson. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 41. Murray now to throw, escaping the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Now Murray throwing the out route incomplete. It's Benson. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Open man is Marvin Harrison Jr.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair.
And that falls to the ground incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They're going for it. It's Murray. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10.
Now Murray again. Touchdown from 13 yards out.
And the Cards are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter. Well, something about this team, you just felt like they were one of destiny all season long, and they made themselves today, as you can see, the class of the NFC.
Yeah, and it's starting to look more and more like a Super Bowl trip is very much in their future.
And the fans starting to book those tickets. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this is recovered by the Cardinals. Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the fourth quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. 19 yards there on the catch and run. Well, there's absolutely been no stopping this offense today. They already have the big lead, obviously. Here in the fourth quarter, they could coast to the end, but right now they're not passing up any chances to put up some garbage time yardage.
And, partner, why would they? Because who knows the next time you'll be playing as well as you have today. When you're in that zone, you go and take full advantage of it. You don't worry about your opponent. You just worry about what you're doing.
15 more yards there, and quickly another first down. But they have been unstoppable this afternoon, Charles. They just went after them from the start, and pass plays like we just saw, they're continuing their dominance here despite the big lead in the fourth quarter.
And that they have
and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Now Tucker to add the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow. I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Throwing now is Murray. Out to the right here to Wilson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 10, first down, Arizona. And for all these guys, whether you're a rookie, a 10-year veteran, there's no feeling like this NFC champs.
And you feel like family. Never at any time do you feel more like family than when you're sharing the joy of being the NFC champs. And now everyone gets to say they're going to the Super Bowl.